I did tell you that we're going to be looking at the essence of the Christmas that almost all of us, all the whole world is celebrating today. Some celebrating, and of course some being affected positively, I must say, with the celebration. And of course we have Pastor Nessin Iriabi, who is the General Overseer of Kingdom Chapel. So you're welcome to this program this morning on ITV. It's been quite a while, quite some time since I had you on this program. So Merry Christmas to you.
How was you saying?
Yeah, how do you feel?
Well, thank God I'm great.
And of course you feel the joy, the excitement that I'm feeling here too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so when we say Christmas, and we'll talk about the essence, the importance of Christmas, and of course how to really celebrate Christmas. And also, you know, people just tend to explain Christmas differently. What is your own impression about Christmas?
Well, it depends on what people say about Christmas. It depends on who is celebrating Christmas and what Christmas you're celebrating. Christmas celebration, December 25th, had come a long way. And different persons with their different understanding. The celebration of the sun god, celebration of a certain pagan festival and all that. You see, if I am celebrating Christmas, from my context, I am celebrating the birth of the man who came to give me life.
Okay, and who's that man?
And I'm talking about Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So I'm talking about the birth of Jesus. I am celebrating the birth of Jesus. So I don't know what any other person is celebrating on the 25th of December.
So are you saying it's more personal?
So the truth is, until we understand who we are and what we do, it is going to be very difficult to understand what we're celebrating. Now we say Christmas is a Christian celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. And the truth is, we have long misunderstood what Christianity is. We have taken Christianity from what it is to what we feel. So by that, we would also misunderstand what Christmas is. Christianity is a spiritual life. It's the life of God, God kind of life in man. If you look at Genesis chapter 1 verse 27, and God made man in his own image. Chapter 2 verse 7 of same Genesis states, and God formed man out of the dust of the ground. The first Genesis chapter 1 verse 27, God made man in his own image, spirit. Chapter 2 verse 7, he formed man out of the dust of the ground. And God breathed into man the breath of life. The spirit man that was created was infused into the formed man, and that's how man became a living soul. No matter how you see it today, it's not the blood, it's not the heart, it's not the liver, the kidney that makes man live. It's the spirit. So man is a spirit living in the body. But man lost it, and Jesus was sent to reconcile man with God. Not the blood of the animals, they could not do anything, but the blood of Jesus reconciled us with God. Now I'm a saint not because I worked for it, not because I am living it, it's because I inherited it through Christ.
Okay. Now before we talk about what seems to have been controversial over ages. I mean, if I put my age together, I grew up to meet that great controversy. Talking about the date, the 25th day of December. Some say no, that, you know, it's actually sometime in October, talking about the birth of Christ now. While some say it's actually sometime in January. Does this affect the celebration? Should it affect the celebration in any way? Or does it have any relevance, you know, with the fact that, with the fact that Christ was born?
You see, Evans, I want to let us understand something. That was what I was telling us, who we are, understanding who we are before what you're celebrating. We came to meet 25th. You might be born on the 10th of January, and you choose to celebrate your birthday February. Has it changed the date you were born? What matters is that you're celebrating your birthday, possibly a day that everybody will be around. You shift it to a Saturday. Now, if Jesus was born March, August, February, that's actually not my problem. My problem is that I am celebrating the birth of Jesus who gave me life.
But this seems to be...
So what day I choose to celebrate it actually doesn't matter to me.
Pastor, it seems to be an issue in Christianity. I mean, you have some denominations that say that no.
That's why I said we have left what we ought to center on. We have left the major for the minor. If I choose to celebrate Jesus December 23rd, or I choose to celebrate Jesus in the month of September when we have holidays, it's a holiday thing. It's a public holiday.
All right, so for
now
the sake
bringing
of
Christmas to everybody to be able to celebrate it, it has to come into a holiday. And that's why the particular period where people had their holidays, which is between the 17th and 25th of December, it was a day that was taken for the celebration of the sun god. So if everybody is doing that, and I need to celebrate the birth of my Savior, I can choose to say, Evans, let's start celebrating my birthday on a public holiday because I want to impact everybody. I want to affect everybody with the good things I have in mind. So we have to choose. It was decided, okay, let it be a holiday thing. Let it be the period where everybody will be available. Everybody will be around. So whatever day is actually not the issue. That's why I said we have left what we ought to concentrate on. We have decided to major on the minor and minor on the major.
All right, so in this reference now, what is the major now?
The major is the person of Jesus.
Okay, that's...
what he came to do.
Okay.
His life is all about love. You see people, okay, fine, this is Christmas period. It's a time for me to show love. And that is the life of Jesus
Are you
Christ.
saying that the date he was given birth to is not major?
Listen, the truth is, when Jesus was born, he was born in a major. Possibly from a very poor background.
I know, but I'm talking about the particular
his birth wasn't relevant at that time. When he died possibly in the midst of criminals. He died in the midst of criminals. And looking at it, his death wasn't relevant. So the issue of his date of birth wasn't actually too relevant. So what matters was, when he rose, I think something struck the people. I think there was also an argument. Oh, the disciples stole the body and all that. But when things began to happen, then let's trace his birth. So certainly you were going to have different dates. Oh, I think he was born, or whatever. So they have the problem with the dates. But I have chosen to accept the 25th day. Whether somebody says it's October is none of my problem. I choose to celebrate the birth of Jesus, my Savior, who showed love to me, and I also will show love to others, which we are good in doing in our ministry. We do that.
Okay. Now, what do you think is really the essence of Christmas?
The essence of Christmas is the birth of Jesus, and Jesus is all about love, and so we have to replicate that kind of life. We have to also show love to others. For God so loved the world that he came. You won't say you love me and you don't give to me. You will either give me your time, you give me a gift. Love gives. So if Christmas is all about the birth of Jesus, and Jesus is all about love, for God so loved the world, then I should also understand that in celebrating the birth of Jesus, I should also love. I should show love to others.
Yeah, and showing love is also a big question there, because what kind of love do you show, and how do you show the love? It's also something that is controversial. People really don't understand this. So what exactly are we talking about? What love do you show, and how do you show the love? I mean, take for example a girl that left last night, a young girl that left last night and probably went to spend the Christmas Eve with a boyfriend. To them, it's giving of love. That's the way they see it.
When you say that is love, I think it's not really true. You see, love does not expect anything in return. Evans, if I say, I love you, and I want you, I love you so much, and I know you're a very, very decent person. I want you to be the manager of my company. Actually, is it because I love you? Or is it because I want to make use of you? A young man says, I want to marry. I actually want to get married to this lady. I love her and all that. Are you sure it's not all about selfishness? Are you sure it's not all about what he chooses to gain? Showing love. Jesus said, if you do good to those whom you love only, it doesn't make sense. Do good to those who hate you. Do good to your enemies.
All right, so Christmas is a time to give out.
It's a time to give out because you love. Because you can't give if you don't love. If you give, if you don't love, you are expecting a return. But when you love, you give out of love. You give to people who cannot even help you, who cannot give back to you. That is giving. That is love. Giving to those who cannot give to you.
Okay,
I saw one of my pastors today on air, on this same station.
Yeah.
He went out giving to people, the less privileged. And what can they give to him? Nothing. That's love. That's love.
All right, Pastor Nelson, let's look at how we should go about the day, because for some people, wow, it's the birth of Jesus Christ. There's actually there shouldn't be any limitation to how they celebrate and all that. Now, are there really limitations in the way we should celebrate the birth of Christ?
There are no stereotyped way of celebrating the birth of Jesus.
Okay. There are no stereotyped ways?
No. You see, like I said, the Christian life is a spiritual life. It's a life you live from within, not the life you practice. That's where we miss it. You don't practice Christianity. You live it by the Spirit of God in you. So when the Spirit of God is in you, he teaches you to do all things. So celebrating the birth of Jesus, those actually who are celebrating the birth of Jesus are those who are born of the Spirit of God. Every other one who is out there trying to believe that they are celebrating Jesus, actually they are following the trends. They are just trying to do what they saw people do.
Yeah,
but the people who actually are celebrating Christmas are those who understand and those who are living the life of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, when you say they do what they are seeing others doing, I grew up to see people celebrating the birth of Christ.
Okay.
And of course I had to start celebrating, and I'm also teaching my children too.
Yes.
So the thing really is that just like you said, that there are actually no limitations. So are you saying that limitations are really not there in terms of what we do today, how we do it today?
I said there are no stereotypes way. I didn't say there are no limitations. There are no stereotyped pattern of celebrating Jesus. Now, everyone, you are getting married. Now, you invited your friends. And there are people around whom actually you don't know, your wife-to-be do not know. I know you're married. I'm just, they don't know, or your family actually do not know this. Possibly they are friends of friends and all that. You understand that the people who are going to be impacted by your marriage or by your wedding ceremony or whatever are those who actually are close to you, who know you. They are the people who have the feeling, hey, Evans is getting married. They have the joy. But the crowd out there, I say, one guy they marry. Yeah, that guy, try. You try. They are not feeling, they are just there making the numbers. They are not feeling the activity. They are not feeling the celebration. That's how it is. A Christmas celebration are actually felt by those who have the Spirit of God. Every other person there, they are joining those celebrating Christmas to make the numbers.
All right, so for you to have a joyous Christmas celebration, first and foremost, you must have the Spirit of God in you, so as to bring this sober reflection about Christ to bear. That's what you're saying.
Is it really sober reflection? It's not sober reflection.
When we say sober reflection, I mean, you have to reflect on
I'm always
Christ as...
You see, that's a religious act. At one time, oh, Jesus died for me. He died for me, I should be happy. I should be happy he died for me.
Yeah, but you need to have Christ on your mind. If you don't have Christ on your mind, you could go and do some bizarre things.
No, you can't. Because if Christ is in you, you can't sin. Because before you do, he tell you, son, don't do. There are a lot of things that had gone wrong. We have missed it somewhere. If the Spirit of God is in you, he will teach you all things. You want to lie, he tells you don't lie. You can't. So when you become so religious, you practice what you don't really understand. You say, I'm a Christian. You can be in church for 400 years, if at all, if you can. You can be in church for 400 years, and still you don't have the Spirit of God in you. You're just being religious.
Yeah.
But when you have the Spirit of God in you, every time, even in times of difficulties, you are happy. Even when you're going through trials, it doesn't bother you. Because you know greater is He that is in you. The Spirit of God makes Christianity easy for you. The Spirit of God helps you to forget without thinking about it. But if you don't have the Spirit of God in you, it's difficult to forgive.
All right, so let us not digress. So it's you have the Spirit of God in you. Then, of course, you understand the essence of Christmas.
Sure.
And I don't know, I'm still finding it to accept that you say that there are really no stereotype limitations. I think you need to throw more light on that. When you say
when I say there is no
limitations,
stereotypes, but Evans, you could choose to celebrate Jesus Christ, in the birth of Jesus in your house, with your family, pray.
And of course, I can choose to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, drinking, eating. I mean, it's my way of celebrating it. That's what I'm saying. Don't you think so?
When you say,
I mean, going by what you just said,
that's what I said. You can be in your house praying. You can. The other man can be in the house drinking, falling in the gutters. That's how he feels. But that man is not celebrating.
That's how he knows it.
Yes, that man is not celebrating Christmas because he is not aware of what Christmas is.
Okay, so it then now means that when you say that there are no stereotype ways, there are no limitations, it then now means that there are limitations.
Those who know Christ, those who have the Spirit of God in you, there is no limitation. No. That's why I said those who are there, out there, who make the numbers, they actually do not have a feel of the wedding. They don't understand what those who are actually part of the family, what they are enjoying, the joy in them. Your brothers will be jumping. Hey, my brother is getting married. He's happy. He runs around to make things happen. But those of them, they don't know. So if I have the Spirit of God, if I'm a child of God, born of God, filled with the Spirit of God, if I have the Spirit of God in me, I am happy that Christmas is coming. I am going to show love to others. I can't be on the street drinking and all that without showing love, and that's not Christmas. Christmas is all about love. And if I must celebrate Christmas, however I celebrate Christmas, however I show love, there's no limitation to it. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So that I am drinking, that's not Christmas. That's a kind of, it is more like a fallout of Christmas. You certainly have been eating from January till now.
Yeah.
You've been drinking, you've been whining, so has it changed?
Yeah, but Pastor Nelson, I must say, there's something I love about this period. There is a spirit of this period. And of course, there is something, a feeling of this period. You just talked about eating. I'll tell you, you may have been eating all this while, but the food you eat, they taste differently. I mean, that's the way I see it.
Let me now go back to the history of how Christmas came in and got mixed up with the celebration of the sun god. So it's either you're celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ or you're celebrating the festival of the sun god. Either way. Celebrating the festival of the sun god, you can eat, drink, fall in the gutter, sleep with another man's wife, sleep with a girl you're not married to. It's possible. Even at that time, every other person goes on holidays. You can do anything and nobody will apprehend you. You're go to go. We're on holidays. We're celebrating the sun god. So I'm trying to differentiate it that there are two kind of celebrations going on at the same time. Celebration of the sun god, celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's on this kind of...
Oh yes, on the same 25th day.
So who are those that celebrate the sun god?
You by the fruit you will know. Like I said, celebrating the birth of Jesus had to do with love. Anyway, if it is not love, then it's the other way around.
Okay. Anyway, because of time, and we're really trying to minimize time here today. Now, I want you to look straight into that camera and wish viewers out there Merry, Merry Xmas. Just please do that.
Hello, viewers out there. I want to say a beautiful Christmas celebration to you. And I want you to understand that you have to celebrate Jesus' the birth of Jesus with his fear. Celebrate the birth of Jesus having him in mind, that he came to redeem you. He came to die for your sins. And that's the only way you celebrate Jesus, with love.
Okay.
Else.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I think that would put the kind of limitations for people that want to do something funny today. And you must know that Christ is the reason for the season. Christ did not drink. The Bible did not record in any way that Christ was a drunkard or that he was a glutton, that he ate excessively and anyhow. So please, let moderation be the key word. I think that should be where we'll leave it.
Jesus, actually, it wasn't stated that he didn't drink.
Yeah, when I say drink,
he wasn't a drunk.
It wasn't a drunk.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
I mean, the marriage at
yes,
Cana,
the Canaan
marriage and all that.
And the Pharisee said he drinks and eats with the sinners. So certainly he did.
He dined.
Yes, but the truth is, let Jesus be the reason
focus
for your Christmas.
All right. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Thank you so much.
All
right, so we'll take a short pause now. Let's join all the segments. We're so loaded here today, and happy viewing.